Listen, you're in the labor room. This word is just for who it's for. My name is the Prophetic Princess. Well, my name is Renisha, because period, I have a powerful name. But y'all know me as the Prophetic Princess. Over here, I let others fight over the mic. I'm making social media my pulpit. All I want to do is encourage you to be everything God has called you to be, even when others don't agree. The scene in this video is going to change because I don't have my laptop with me right now, but I was recording another video, and I was like, well, let me just start this one, and then I'll finish it when I get back to my computer. But you're in the labor room. Y'all, this has been an intense week, and you're going to get this video way later than when the Lord gave it to me, but this week, like, I was spending extra time with God. He told me to get off of social media for 7 days. So I was spending extra time with God. And when I tell you, he's just been speaking. So at some point, he was just like, you're in the labor room. It's your birthing season. And I know y'all are like, oh, I've heard this before. Anyway, it's for who it's for. But some of you, you're in the labor room. What happens in the labor room, I'm going to tell you when I get back to my laptop, because I've never had a baby. But there are, I think, like 4 stages of labor that I saw from my quick research. Now, I know some of you might be nurses, doctors. Listen, this is not going to be technical, okay? Y'all know the technical stuff. I'm going to just tell you what I found when I was researching, okay? But there are different stages of labor. And for this video, whoever this video is for, you're going to find yourself in one of these stages of labor that I'm going to go through when I get back to my computer. But either way, we know in the labor room, you're not in there for nothing. You're in the labor room because it's time to give birth. And the pain may be intense. There are different stages. The contractions may be getting stronger, but baby, you're about to give birth to something. Whatever the Lord has planned and purpose for you to do. So that's why for some of you, this is what he was telling me when he first gave me this word. This is why 2024 has been crazy. For a lot of you, you didn't even realize you're in the labor room. That's what this is. Now, I'm not making this up, y'all. You are in the labor room, and the devil tried to use the warfare to distract me from what God is trying to do, was trying to do, is doing in 2024. I'm at the end. I'm like, oh, this was a good year. But y'all know, y'all saw the other video when I was like, warfare has been crazy, and a lot of people have been saying the exact same thing. People that are plugged in are like, I don't understand the warfare that I faced in 2024. It's been like none other. And then you have some people releasing words saying that it's going to increase. I'm like, Lord, it's been crazy, but the Lord keeps reminding me that the enemy tried to use the warfare as a distraction. And I'm telling you, there are certain things in your life that has happened in 2024 that the enemy tried to use to distract you from how good God is and from what the Lord is doing. Someone released a word to me, and they were like, Renisha, I've been trying to get in touch with you since the top of the year. They're like, I've been trying to get in touch with you. This is what the Lord gave them a dream about me, maybe around March or April, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was toward like I think around March or April. And she was like, I've been trying to get this word to you. And I think she finally got in touch with me, maybe September, October. I don't know, but I feel like I got it when I was supposed to get it. But after she released the word of the Lord to me, all I could do was weep, because I'm like, Lord, I was thinking in 24 that you had left me because the warfare got so bad. When I tell y'all, y'all already know. I told y'all, I asked the Lord to come get me. Come get Renisha. They'll be okay. Come get me. Because there is no way this is that. But baby, I had to repent, because with what she revealed, this is with what I actually felt. I said, oh Lord, the whole time I was under your shadow. The whole time I never even felt the full effects. The Lord told me that what I felt was the residue. And for some of you, what you felt this year, it was the residue. It wasn't even the full attack. Y'all. And I've gotten similar words before. It was confirmation anyway. But I'm telling you, people will be out here trying to work against you. Witches, warlocks, demons, hell, all of that. But when you're in, I hear the song, I'm in his safety. And the only safe place is what? Inside of the will of the Lord. I do not care. You're going to go through. But when you have been obedient to the Lord, the devil can't do but so much. He can't do but so much. I'm telling you, I don't know when I'm going to get back into deliverance. But baby, when I come back, y'all thought y'all hated me before. Hell, oh baby, when I come back this time, and it's going to be bigger and better. But I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, I'm going to transition this video, and we're going to talk about the different phases of labor. You're going to find whatever phase you're in, but just know you're in your birthing season. And for some of you, you're right at the point where you should be pushing. Others of you, you're almost there, right? The different stages, you're almost there. Either way, you're in the labor room. You need to be excited. You see the thumbnail that I did. I wanted to put like angels in the thumbnail because they're like, that's our angelic assistants and they're cheering us on. But there's a scripture that talks about, making images and stuff that's in heaven and things like that. And I was looking up angel pictures. That stuff was making me mad, y'all. But anyway, here it is, the different stages of labor. All right, guys. So I'm back with my computer. And I want to point out some key things that I found that happened in the labor room before I actually give you the steps of labor that I found. Remember, you all are in the labor room, right? It's your birthing season. This is for who it's for. So some key points that I found were things like monitoring. It says nurses will continuously monitor the mother's vital signs, blood pressure, pulse temperature, and the baby's heart rate using a fetal monitor. This is why spiritually, when you're in the labor room, when you're in your birthing season, you have to be careful who you have around you. Some of you may have seen this year where things shifted. The Lord pulled this person away, pulled that person away, whatever. There is a reason for that. Some of you also may notice that you were super sensitive this year. I know with me, there were phone calls, text messages that I just couldn't take, didn't respond to, didn't even open, feel how you want to feel. I knew what season I was in and I just couldn't do it, right? You're in your birthing season and monitoring is one of the things, the key points that happens in the labor room. It also talks about contraction assessment, where they measure the frequency of contractions, cervical checks, pain management, IV access. Positioning is another one that stuck out to me. Positioning. The laboring woman can move around and change positions to find comfort and aid labor progression. Some of you, your position changed, your posture in prayer, fasting, consecration, all of that changed this year. You may not have realized why. It is because you're in the labor room, and this is for men and women. In real life, women have babies. In the spirit, men give birth also. Don't try to take this and twist it, because I will come for you. Okay? All right. And then it talks about a support team. A nurse, a midwife, or a doctor will be present to guide the birthing process and address any concerns. Again, this is why it's important who you have around you. Baby, we are not playing, okay? Everybody can't be a part of what the Lord is bringing forth in you. Everybody cannot, just like you wouldn't have any and everybody around your natural baby, you don't need any and everybody around your spiritual baby. Now, let's get to, and let me go back to the monitoring and the support team and all of that. I remember hearing the story when my mom had me, they had to give her an emergency C-section in order to save my life because my blood pressure started dropping, my heart rate started dropping. So now, mind you, my grandma on my dad's side told my mom afterwards that she thought my mama was gonna die because she said she never seen anything like it. My mama laughing, talking, whatever, while she in labor. My daddy in the corner having all these labor pains, popping out in sweat, going through all these changes, and my mama was literally laughing and talking. Okay, so my grandma was like, she never saw anything like this, and she thought she was gonna die. But they had to turn around, give her emergency C-section in order to save my life. Why? Even though she may not have felt what was going on and what was happening, there was something serious going on. And because of those monitoring, those around her that were able to pick up on it, then they were able to save my life. Those of you who have friends and intercessors, my God, intercessors who are sensitive in the spirit, they can pick up when something is going on, even if they don't reach out to you. They can pick up like, baby. Because see, a real friend, they're not going to let you abort the assignment that the Lord has given you. I don't care how hard it gets. A real friend, oh no, we're going to push you right on through. I'm going to be your spiritual midwife because you're going to give birth to this thing. Okay? Then when my mom had my brother, the Lord showed her in advance. She had a dream that the devil was going to try to kill her, but God was not going to let it happen. So the Lord was like, this is what's going to happen when you go into labor, but I'm not going to let it go forward. So when she was having my brother, the doctor, she started hemorrhaging so bad, it scared the doctor. The doctor started screaming at the nurses saying he couldn't see it with so much blood coming. My mom was calm. She has faith like my old pastor in Chicago, just It don't matter what they say, you just stand on what God said. So they was having a fit, baby. Who the doctor gave my little brother to my dad and said take him to the nursery. Who does that? You just had a whole baby. You give the baby to the daddy and say take this baby to the nursery. But the doctor sent my daddy out the room because he thought my mom was gonna die. He didn't want my daddy to see it. Meanwhile, the Lord had already warned her. She wasn't even worried about that. So labor is it's very intense. It's high risk for any age in the natural, but in the spirit, it's high risk. And this is why you have to be careful who you have around you. This is also why you need to be able to hear God. The Lord told her beforehand, this is what's going to happen when you get in labor. She didn't have to panic because the Lord had already warned her. Okay? Now, let's go to the stages of labor, and I am done. Like I said earlier, some of you're in different stages. Whoever this video is for, you'll be able to pick out what stage you're in. Okay, so it says stages of labor in the labor room. It shows early labor, active labor, what they call the transition phase, and then the pushing phase. So in early labor, it says contractions are mild and irregular. I'm not going to read all of this, but contractions are mild and irregular, right? So some of you, maybe this year, you've been feeling in the spirit, the mild, irregular contractions. Then some of you are in active labor. Active labor are when the contractions become stronger and they become more frequent. And it says the cervix dilates significantly during this phase, right? Some of you are in active labor. Then it says the transition phase. This is the most intense part of labor with very strong contractions and rapid cervical dilation nearing full dilation. A lot of you are in the transition phase, especially this year. It's the most intense part of spiritual labor, very strong contractions. We all know the cervix has to be at a certain size in order for the baby to come through, right? And then the last phase they have is the pushing phase. Once you're fully dilated, the mother actively pushes to deliver the baby. Right now, we're talking to men and women because we're talking about giving birth in the spirit. So some of you have already entered your pushing phase. Some of you're right on the cusp. You're about to enter the pushing phase. Everything that needed to be done to give birth to this particular thing has been done. You just got to push it out at this point. So whatever stage you're in, that's what stage you're in. But the Lord just sent me to tell you that you are in the labor room. And this is not me just talking. Don't ignore this word or brush it off thinking, I've heard that before. No, you're about to give birth, baby. And a lot of you, that's what 2024 has been about. And we'll see you in 2025 carrying whatever it is that the Lord has caused you to give birth to. We're going to see it in 2025. We're going to see the baby that you had in the spirit. Okay? So, Lord, let this word go out to whoever that needs it. I pray that you blow on my YouTube channel. Send the people to me that are assigned to my voice. I pray that you encourage these people like never before. Baby, you cannot give up. You're right here. There is no way you're going to get to the labor room and decide you can't do it anymore. What? Do you know how detrimental that is? Let's go to the natural again. Do you know how dangerous it is for a mother to get in the labor room and decide, I can't do this? I can't. That is dangerous. Okay. So you all are going to push this thing out. I'm excited about your future. Y'all see, she got a mic now, and I hope I got everything set up right because I'm going to feel some type of way if I go and this thing was not recording on this mic the whole time. But congratulations, you're about to give birth. Y'all crazy. Congratulations, you're about to give birth. Send this video to somebody who needs it, because period. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Go grab my new ebook, 7 Days Closer to God. Link in bio or description, depending on where you're seeing this, period.